Anyway, this is the final part now for real, right? I was talking in the part prior to this one, Hore. Witchcraft is similar to letting yourself go when you're in a new relationship, when you're in a relationship, with a guy that has not made an honest woman out of you. You are wasting your youth. You are wasting your beauty. You are letting yourself go over somebody that has not decided that I will commit to you through thick and thin, like in sickness and in health, from this day forward till death do us part. You are allowing yourself to eat as many McDonald's burgers as you want because uyajola, making sure that by the time you and this guy break up, he can gloat over you on some food sauce manch. Dude, like, yo, I got fat because I was eating I was with you when I was at the McDonald's drive-in at 2 a.m. in the morning, dude. Why? How you calling me fat? You give them an avenue to mock you, to diss you. And in other words, you're no longer as attractive as you were. And so men aren't as all up in your grill. And so I have literally significantly downsized my statistics. I have significantly downsized the prospect of you getting hollered at by a brother out here in these streets. Wasting your good years. Nendota, enga chatanga, enga yenzanga, anything honorable in your sight. Wasting your time with rubbish. That's what witchcraft is, guys. You give all of your best years to Satan. La loya. Le draina me koko madi beluanwa. Whatever you do in the occult, this dark, dingy stuff, ni vagashela abantu, aba obviously unclean. Those of you who have consulted, look, I've never personally been to Isangoma, but one has come to Gitingoba, abantu bagithi, dalabatanda lezinto. So I got subjected to the tyranny of it as a child, and I've always thought they were weird looking, and and I was always, like I said, it was just driven down my throat as a black girl growing up in South Africa, where they mix ujeso na lezinto lezi zibolile. Hayampe laba twasile kyalikaripenda. This thing is unattractive. I don't know why you do it, and I don't know why anybody thinks glamorizing it and putting Boiti Tulo at the face of it is gonna make a difference. It's all nasty, it's dirty. Naye uBoiti wakhona, I'm pretty sure she's not entirely content now. Ama rituals wabo, I've been listening to ama testimony wa masangoma aripentile, a whole bunch of them, and all of them speak about how baphuza igazi. I'm not even a single one of them. Igazi le goat, like an animal blood. Not a single one of them has been exempt from that ritual. So are you telling me that uBoiti Tulo no Gigi Lamain labantu labane betlemerasayo? Are you telling me that they got to escape ukuphuza igazi le animal? Mabathwasile bona. Why? Because ngaba celebrities. No. Can you fathom? Can you imagine Boiti Tulo Widumelo, that fly beautiful girl in the entertainment industry in this country? Can you imagine her aphuza igazi the chicken or a goat or whatever? No, you can't. They give you the glamorized facet of it. Can you see Latoya Machenanwa Madi? No. Marwan Nwele, cause utwasite. So there is something wrong with that. There's something very, very incredibly wrong with that. Raw liver, raw whatever. I spoke the other day about how Christ was a Jew, and Jewish customs, their food has to be kosher, meaning that all the meat has to be drained the blood has to be drained out, and a lot of the ways in which you drain out blood from meat is to cook it out. So Christ would never eat raw fish, raw liver, raw. These are rituals. That's Satan. The shedding of Madi. The devil needs blood. The Bible, it is written therein, Uguti, life is in the blood. So Satan has no life, he's dead. So he needs the shedding of blood. So first ukala cows, nama chickens, nama goats, imbuzi, all that jazz. And then he progresses to human sacrifices. So the heavier they get into the stuff, the more then it stops being the blood of cows and chickens, and it starts being the blood of human beings. In these practices, and it doesn't matter whether they call themselves Sangoma or Inyanga, whatever might be the rank that they call themselves, glamorizing and saying I just am a healer, traditional healer. What if it's the same thing? They go through the same ritual. So go feel it. It's a dead environment that needs blood to live. But we have the holy sacrifice who is Christ. It's over. He has already done it for us at the cross. So why are people still slaughtering animals in the spirit of sacrificing to gods, deities? Anyway, whatever. So when you practice these things, it's like you're giving your best years to umuntu ozongonisa kodwa akakashadi akakagenzi an honest woman. Hey, when you give your life over to usatani, when you consult lama sangoma or in and of yourself uyathwasa ngoba bayakuphuphisa kabuhlungu bakuhlukumeza ngeimpupho, forcing you to go and do these funny rituals, to go now and in and of yourself be a member of the mutiny against innocent souls. The thing about that, the sad and uncomfortable thing, is that it's like the tantamount of ukujola kabuhlungu rough la emgaqweni nendoda ehlala ekuphethe ngemithi ukudulisise ku relationshiping grandchapel that you should have broken off 10 years ago mara since don't jola lena because bambile ka ditlhare mara ga go nyala. Not that, I'm glad, actually, propose, my lips are dry, man. I'm glad that the guy did not propose marriage to me because, sorry, I was looking for my lip stuff. I'm glad that my ex-boyfriend never proposed marriage to me because if he did, I would have been married to a man. I would have been married to a spiritual manipulator. So I'm glad. I'm really super glad that didn't happen. Kodwa, it's a travesty that you can get held hostage by a man that's not even intending on marrying you. Like you are a placeholder. Busy. Like it's just greed and selfishness. Like he's still looking out for something better. What he imagines is better. Since nali busy shebile market out there for mosadi. Mara in the run up to that woman coming into his life, he's held you hostage. It's just a very selfish ecosystem. Hahona self-control mo khabana care for the fellow man. It's just a very dark kingdom, man. It's obviously dark. Anyway, whatever. So when people practice sorcery, they are exactly like a woman that allows herself, or a man, really. Mara, I told you my ministry is for women, right? Mostly because God does not allow for a woman to preach or to cheat or to exercise authority over a man. When you allow yourself to run with these things, you are like one that's letting yourself go before someone has committed to you. Christ is the one that commits to us. He is our bridegroom, we are the bride. And he calls us home. And when we're with Christ, we get to relax. Literally, we allow ourselves to be. But the nice thing about Jesus is he's the kind of husband that is so inspiring and so motivational that even if you were to let yourself go, he doesn't let you. So on the side. He doesn't let you blow up. He doesn't let gravity have a field day with you. He doesn't let you age prematurely. He comes into your life and gives you life abundantly. So you can look young at 38 like a rabo. So you can lose those love handles at belly fat. It's a metaphor, of course. There are some chubby Christians out here. I'm using my journey as a metaphor because you guys know I'm big on allegory. Christ is the bridegroom that helps you stay fit as a young bride so you will maintain your youth as long as possible. He is a preserver. Do you understand? And then he also gives eternal life after you die, after you perish from this body of death, that eventually, whether or not you like it as a woman, you will get those pendulous breasts because now you're 62. Kodwa, you will have had your perky breasts for very long because Christ will have preserved you all throughout those beginning stages. Abathakathi bafana nje ngo no abathakathi sorry mara umuntu that allows themselves ukugijima around these streets no Satan. They are exactly like abantu that let imizimba yabo go before kuchatwa, before you get made into an honest woman. Let me do one last part.